Yeah, so we've done that in the home. So we have a 5-year-old and we have a 3-week-old tomorrow. As of
Congrats, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, you met her the other day
Yeah.
on our call. So our 5-year-old, like, we only use a tablet in the car for like road trips. We road trip a lot, so that's
Yep.
kind of the only time she can ever watch like episode after episode after episode of something, or like play
Hmm.
games or whatever. We don't do tablets in the home, and then we don't let her just like veg around on the couch by
Yeah.
herself and just like watch episode after episode after episode. Sometimes we'll do that with like Bluey or kind of some of the other ones that are good that we've like
I
vetted.
love Bluey, dude. I'm sorry, just quick interjection here. I'm working on with a friend to help create a children's TV show, and that is the number one comp that I always give. Just such a great basic, like, play is the metaphor, it is theme, it is fun. The parents are shown in a positive light, which doesn't
Yep.
always live. Like,
Yep.
it's so amazing.
Yeah. So what we do is like my wife and I are like, all right, you're gonna watch movies with us. Like that's what your screen time is, right? We'll
Yeah.
see when it gets to the winter. We live in Columbus, Ohio, where my daughter does love the snow, but it also doesn't snow all the time. So when it's cold as hell, it's really
Yeah.
going to test my ability to take her outside and play. Kind of all the time. But like right now, so, spring and summertime and into the fall, it's like we're a sports family, so like you can watch sports with us. Um,
Yep.
Watch a movie on Friday nights. If it's a rainy afternoon, we'll sit down and watch a movie together. But like we're
Mhm.
showing her the old childhood movies that we loved, right? Like, like she's on a sports kick right now because she played, t-ball and is kind of getting into some other stuff. So we showed her Little Giants the other day. We showed her The Big Green.
Watch that as an adult. It's a great freaking film.
Angels in the Outfield, which like
Oh
had me like
yeah.
bawling. I'm like, oh my, as a dad watching that movie, and it's just like so. We've taken that aspect of what you're describing that culture isn't doing, and we've tried to institute it here in the house, which is you're not a scroller, you don't have a tablet, you don't have a phone, you're not going to for a very long time. We're going to hold that off as much as possible. But like what we do is like we're filmmakers, her mom and I, and we're
Yeah.
also film fans. So it's like, no, you sit down and watch. Dude, perfect example. So 4th of July in the neighborhood that we live in Columbus is like it's a week long thing. It is like from Saturday to the next Sunday. It's like a thing. There's a big parade.
Love that.
People have block parties. So on the 4th, my wife was obviously very very pregnant. So we went to the parade in the morning. We went to a neighbor's house for like a little party kind of before and after. Then we went to another block party. My wife came home and like rested for a little while. And then my brother, his wife, and his kids and my daughter, we went out to more block parties and like ran around and just like we ran the kids ragged, dude. They were just going up and down these water slides 500 times, like having a blast. And so we get back home before the sun is going down and we're like, all right, what are we going to do for the fireworks? She's not quite old enough to like hang until 10 o'clock at night after a day
Yeah.
like this. So we like ordered some pizza. We let her go choose something for herself to go watch in the basement, and we're watching Independence Day with Will Smith and Bill
Oh
Pullman.
yeah.
Right? It's the July 4th.
It's
We got to watch
a
it, right?
must. Every fourth, it's a must.
It ages super well, just so you know. Like it's like
Yeah.
even the CGI is not bad. Like there's a handful of shots you're like, okay, but like for 1996, pretty incredible.
Incredible.
So
Yeah.
she moseys her way up because she wants to be with us. And like 20 minutes into the movie, and she goes, "Hey, what are you guys watching?" So I paused it, and I was like, "It's kind of a scary movie. There's like some
Yeah.
aliens, and she's like, "Is that the military?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she was at the Air Force. I was like, "That's the Navy," but like whatever. She knows what I did. Like,
we won't ding it too hard.
he's like, I want to watch it with you. And so I looked at my wife, and I'm like, I mean, I don't remember that this movie being that bad. So like, let's give it a shot. Dude, she sat next to us. I fast forwarded through Vivica A. Fox doing the striptease
Yeah.
dance at the strip club. She doesn't need to be knowing what that is right now. But outside of
Yeah.
that, 30 seconds, we watched the entire movie. She kind of got scared one time, but then opened her eyes and then watched in the Area 51 scene when they're like down there, and what's his name? Data from Star Trek he's the scientist
Yeah.
in the thing, and he kind of talks. And she was like more intrigued. She sat and watched the whole movie. All of that to illustrate is like, hey, it's a national holiday. It's a national treasure of a movie. Like we're doing it together as a family, and like we're sitting there, and she kind of got to do something a little bit above her pay grade, right? As a 5-year-old, she
Yeah.
got to watch this cool adult movie with her parents, and it was
Core
just,
memory.
yeah, I hope so. And I look back and I'm like, man, like, yeah, this is what we do. We sit and watch a movie as a family, and then we turned it off and goofed around for a little bit, went and watched the fireworks from our driveway, went to bed, and like, I look back, I'm like, man, what a day! Like, what a
Yeah.
day! And it
That's so
it
cool.
culminated with a movie. It was great.